Hello, hello, hello. My name is Eel. Welcome to another Vintage Cube draft. First things first, we're going to take attendance. Please raise your hand if you're not here. All right, same, me too. If you're with us last league, we got to play an opposition deck, which is one of my favorite archetypes in all of Vintage Cube. Especially one game our opponent only got to cast a Signet the entire game. That's beautiful. That's what I personally love. This time, this pack has two Moxes in it, which means that we get to play. This is the third draft in a row we get to have a Mox in our deck, which is really awesome. Mox Sapphire is probably the best Mox. It is a blue Mox. Mox Jet is really good if you're playing really fast, like Mono Black Reanimator, but I think I'd rather just take Mox Sapphire. There's not a lot of good blue cards in the pack other than like Tundra Steam Vents, so it might we might end up playing an on-color Signet, which would be really cool. In this pack, we see our friend Gilded Goose. We played a green blue opposition deck last time, so we see our friend Mr. Goose again. Grim Monolith's great. It ramps you 1 mana immediately if that's what you need, or you can play it on turn 2, untap with 6 mana, which is super super cool. I'm also looking at Brazen Borrower. This card just honestly surprises me how good it ends up being. You can bounce like the reanimation spell. It's a 3/1 flyer, so it can threaten planeswalkers really well. I really like Brazen Borrower. Phantasmal Image is also awesome. You get enter the battlefield effects if you copy something with Phantasmal Image. I think we do want to be in blue because we took Sapphire. We don't want to pass a ton of blue cards because I think we're gonna try to cut blue as hard as possible. So I think I'm between Brazen Borrower and Phantasmal Image. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go Borrower. Phantasmal Image is great, but I just really enjoy having Borrower in my deck. Here, I like Bob. That's probably the individual strongest card in the pack. But there is a Hollowed Fountain we could take. There's also a Cloud Skate and Time Twister. I don't like playing Storm. The only version of Storm I will play sometimes is like the High Tide land version, and Time Twister does fit into that deck. But I also don't even like that Storm deck. I'll only play it if it's like painfully open. I think I'd rather just take like Cloud Skate or something, bounce more lands, stuff like that. Bob is also really strong, but I think I want to just keep cutting blue. So we passed what a Mox Jet. We're gonna pass a Dark Confidant, so we probably don't want to go into black. I'll probably just take Cloudskate. Other options I could take like Blightsteel. Maybe I end up with Tinker in my deck. Usually you take Tinker first and then Blightsteel, so I think that might be kind of silly. The other option is Hollowed Fountain, but we don't even know that we're playing white yet. I think I'm gonna take Cloudskate. I could see taking Hollowed Fountain too, but I like Cloudskate. Here, this is interesting. So Thieving Skydiver is pretty good in Vintage Cube. There's a lot of artifacts running around. So there's a lot of things you can take. Can you take? Oh, if you take an equipment, it just attaches. I've actually never read that part of the ability ever. That's interesting. Top is cool for playing like a combo deck, but oh, a Splinter Twin could be good in this deck. We can end up playing like a control twin deck. That's always fun, but I think I'd rather take Skydiver and then take Splinter Twin later. Um, we could also take Kozilek, maybe try to play like Sneak Attack or something. But I think I'm just gonna take the Skydiver, keep cutting blue as hard as possible. This pack has Tar Pit, looks interesting. Avalanche Riders is cool if we get it out a turn early using Mox Sapphire. Globalin Electroman, I don't like playing Storm. That's like the only deck that it's good in, so I'm just not gonna do that. Run in 6, we're pretty heavy in on blue, and there's no blue cards in this pack, so someone else is probably playing blue as well, which is fine. Nahiri's good, but I don't think we're playing those two colors. I'm kind of between Tar Pit and Avalanche Riders, I think. We did pass good black cards, so I would be surprised if black's still open, but I think it's better than just taking a random Avalanche Riders, in my opinion. Here, so we see Click. I'll probably just take Click because it's blue, but there's also a Shallow Grave, and we did see some fatties. We could end up playing like another blue-black Reanimator deck, but I could also take. I love Mana Tithe, but I think I'm just gonna take the blue card. Just take Click. This is like a lot of flying damage between what we have already, so we can really pressure our opponents. Uh, I do like Wasteland a lot, but maybe I'm just unlucky. I feel like a lot of times they just don't play any non basics. Inferno Titan is probably the strongest individual card. And we did see Splinter Twin, so if we get Splinter Twin plus Inferno Titan's like a great way to win the game. I think I like taking Inferno Titan here. Ooh. Liliana this late. That means maybe no one's playing black, and we do already have the fixing. The other option is Lightning Bolt. It's just super efficient. We already took Inferno Titan. This is tough. I don't think I'm taking Treasure Cruise. I would take Treasure Cruise, but I think Liliana and Lightning Bolt are both stronger. Ooh, they're both really good. We passed so much black. I think I'm just gonna take the Bolt. Okay, Inquisition did come back, which is interesting. This pack is kind of a bunch of nothing. I think I'm just gonna take Light Up the Stage, maybe. That's kind of good with like our evasive threats. We can cast it pretty easily. I don't remember what else was in this pack. So I don't know what the signals are. I think I'm just gonna take Breeding Pool. I'm probably not playing any of these cards. So I'd rather have Breeding Pool in my deck. I could see maybe I'm supposed to take Dragon Lord Sharka if I end up getting like Sneak Attack or something. Dude, really? A Dark Confidant this late? I guess black is open. I feel sad about not taking Lily, but it going this late is really rare. I think I'm gonna take Living Death. It might be good against like an aggro matchup or something. I think it's more likely we play that than Magda. Although, no, I'm gonna take Magda. I've actually been surprised with how much I like Magda. I don't know how good it is, but it definitely, when it's good, it feels really good. So we did get Splinter Twin back. I'm gonna take Tithe, but we're probably not playing it. Getting Bob that late is crazy, but we do actually have like a few decent red cards too. So I think we're either playing blue-red. We didn't get the fatties back. I'm not sure what we're doing. We have some options. We're definitely in blue. I would like to play in on colors. Sapphire, we have good blue cards. Oh, right. Interesting. Pack 2 has some good cards. I'm not sure which one I want. Force of Negation is, again, 0-mana plays are really relevant, and it looks like we're actually, for the first time ever, playing a blue deck, which never happens. I do like Jace a lot. Can flashback key pieces. And then I do like Ashiok. This card keeps following us. I'll probably end up playing it if I do play blue black, but I'm not sure that I'm playing blue black yet. If I get it back, then I'm definitely going to play it. No one else. I don't think anyone is playing blue black. Just by the way the cards have been going around, but trying to decide between Force and Jace. Jace is earlier. We don't really have any interaction. That would be great to have Force, but Force you can only do during your opponent's turn. It only stops non-creatures. I think I just like Jace better. I do want Force in my deck, though. This also works good if we end up going Reanimation, which we did pass a bunch of good Reanimation cards, so we're probably not doing that. This pack has... Ooh. This pack has Force and Jace. I like them both. Jace's card advantage. We don't really have any card advantage yet. That's the only reason why I'm leaning towards it over Force. I do really like Force, and we do actually have a ton of blue cards. Huh. I'm not sure. This is hard. Jace is really good. I think I'm just supposed to take Jace. I don't have any card advantage currently. Other Force of Will. I'm gonna take Jace. Hopefully we get one of the two forces back. That would be awesome. Here, ooh, I think I'm just gonna take Mind Twist. I think I am playing black, so I do regret not taking Lily and whatever, but or I could take Zell. No, I think I'm gonna take black. Mind Twist is really good if you have early ramp. Even if not, if you cast it for 3, it's still a 2-for-1, and it's better than Mind Rot because it's random. So sometimes you just like snipe what they needed. And then hopefully we wheel Fallen Shinobi. Hopefully no one else is in blue-black. Maybe I'm just supposed to take Fallen Shinobi. This is a great Fallen Shinobi deck. This might not be a good Mind Twist deck. We're not going to get up that much mana that fast. I think I'm just going to take Mind Twist and hopefully Fallen Shinobi comes back. We'll see if I regret that decision. Here, I'm just going to take... Don't think we're... Let me move these to the sideboard really quick. Here, we could take Downfall. I like Venzer, but I think Grave Titan's just a great way to win the game. Even if you cast it for 6 mana, it's pretty brutal. Their option is Venzer. We are playing like a kind of fast, like, race you kind of deck, so maybe that would be a bad idea to play Grave Titan in that kind of deck. But I think it's just stronger than Venzer. But, one more blue cards. I think I'm just gonna take Grave Titan. This might be wrong. I might be supposed to take Venzer. But Grave Titan's so strong if you get to cast it. Here, Thassa and Time Spiral, both great Storm cards, but I'm not playing a Storm. And my pool doesn't super support Storm either, as of right now. think I'm gonna take Siege Gang. I should take Signet. I think I like Signet better. Just a black. This lets us play Jace on turn 2. This also helps us get to Grave Titan. I think I like that better than Siege Gang. Siege Gang's kind of medium. I feel like this card's bad, but I saw someone playing it once and it looked okay because it's just it is card types in your opponent's graveyard, and it does have flying, which is really good, but we don't have any 1-drops to go well with Seagate. And we didn't take Venser, so Caracas isn't the most relevant. I think I like Charter Course. We have creatures to attack with, so it's pretty likely that we just get to draw off of it. This pack is not super exciting. We could just take Ice. I think that's better than just taking like a random Trop. Not sure that we're playing it. In this pack, there's Gristlebrand. We're not playing Reanimator, though. Let's just take Sword of Feast of him, and that could be really good if they're playing like green-black, specifically. I think that's better than just taking a random Bone Shredder. Yeah, we'll do that. So this is the pack we opened. We did not get Force back, so we're probably not going to get Force of Will back, I would guess. I think I'm going to take Chalice. I don't love it, but I think it's the best card that we can take. We could take Reanimate. Reanimate you can grab from either graveyard, which is cool, and then we could also get back like Vendilion Click or Dark Confidant if they kill it, or Grave Titan. I think that's better than Woe Strider, although I'm not sure they were playing it. We did get Fallen Shinobi back, which is awesome. That's really fortunate. We didn't get Ashiok back, which is weird. So maybe someone else is playing blue-black. I don't know. Here we'll take Sarum. I don't think this card is particularly amazing. We'll put Siege Gang in the sideboard. That's good against aggro. We'll take Stormcaller. If we get like Ponder or something, that would be really awesome. That's really unfortunate that we didn't get either Force back. But whatever. And we didn't get Venser back either. But having Grave Titan's great. Kind of playing like a fair deck, which is whatever. Ooh. We could have Entomb Reanimate in our deck. That seems pretty good. Although the only thing we would be able to Entomb Reanimate is Grave Titan, so if it's in our hand, that doesn't work. I do like Ancestral a lot. Can you flash this back? How is this worded? Okay, I don't think we can flash it back with Jace. I don't think it works that way. What is... Yeah, I think it works with Torrential, but it doesn't work with Ancestral. I think I'm going to take Torrential. Although, what do I even have to flash back? Charter Course, Ice. Kind of nothing, honestly. Don't think I'm taking Jite. I think I'm just going to take Ancestral and wheel Thief of Sanity or Torrential Gearhulk. I don't think we really want Ancient Tomb in this deck. This gives us card draw, which we're kind of missing. Shelldock Counterspell. Shelldock is really good. The last time we had Shelldock in our deck, it like only hit lands and was like a tap land, which was terrible, but Shelldock actually is really strong. That being said, we have a lot of cards we don't want under Shelldock. We have like Grave Titan would be great under Shelldock, so I think I'm just gonna take Counterspell. We want interaction, we don't have any yet. Thoughtseize is awesome. That's exactly what we're looking for. No Watery Grave or fetches yet, so our mana is looking a little interesting. That's definitely better than Gush. Yeah, we're gonna take Thoughtseize. That's something we can Seagate pretty easily if that's what we end up doing. Here, I like Gonti. It's good card advantage. It's another creature. Kind of playing like a creature blue-black deck. We also take Copter. Copter's really strong in pretty much every deck. Helps us dig through. I think I'd rather take Gonti. The other option is we could take Rishimport, but our mana isn't great. So I don't super want to take a colorless land. I'm going to take Gonti. Ooh, Spell Pierce is awesome. Spell Pierce is one of my favorite cards to play with, but I'm pretty sure Baleful Strix is just insane. Baleful Strix with Fallen Shinobi is a great combo. Yeah, I'm just going to take Baleful Strix. Here, I do like Freebooter a lot, but I also like Treachery. Freebooter lets us look at their hand and see what's going on, which is a super valuable effect, and if we can take a card to that's even better. We don't really have anything higher on the mana curve, and Treachery is a huge tempo play. Like, taking their blocker and then attacking them with it is a great way to just end the game randomly. I think we're going to take Treachery. We already have so much at the 2 slot. I don't think we need any more. Y'all know that I love Tangle Wire. This actually probably would be a good Tangle Wire deck because we're hopefully gonna like flash out a 3/1 flyer turn 3, and then turn 4 we can play Tangle Wire, and then they don't get a turn and we get like just a ton of incremental damage. That being said, I think Sower's just better. Um, I think Sower's just better, but I do love that card. Ooh. Y'all gonna give me opposition? I don't think this is an opposition deck. Ugh, I love opposition though, but I just don't think we have enough like creatures to do that. Um, I think this is a good Bitter Blossom deck though. I would play both of these cards, but I think this is just a Bitter Blossom deck. That makes Fallen Shinobi better. It protects our Planeswalker. Yeah, I'm just gonna take Bitter Blossom. Wow, Entomb made it all the way around, so no one is playing Reanimator is what I'm learning. I'm just gonna take Thief of Sanity. It's great. It's a great card. It's a huge threat that they need to answer. Here we could take Massacre Worm. It's really good against like mono green. And it's a great way to like burn them out in black blue, which is pretty rare. We could also take an off-color sword. We could also take Velky. But again, our 2-mana slot is like kind of really busy. I think I'm just gonna take Massacre Worm for the sideboard. It's really good against certain decks. We'll take Sort of Body and Mind for the sideboard. Here, I don't think we're playing Show and Tell, so I guess I'll take Maze of Ith, although we're probably not playing it. And then here, we'll take Rotting Regisaur. If we're playing against Control, Rotting Regisaur is great. They have to kill it or they take 7. Take Iona. Reanimator was like wide open, but we ended up just playing like a blue-black good stuff deck, which I think should be pretty fun too. It's a shame we didn't get that Force back. Getting Force would have been really cool. What did we take over Force? We took Jace over Force. What did I take over the first Force? Did I take Ancestral Vision? I don't super regret that. We don't have a ton of 1-mana plays. That's what this deck has been. If this deck had like Ponder in it, it would be nuts. But I think this deck is gonna be fine. Our mana is bad, like always, so like whatever, who cares? Nothing new. Nothing new here. We're playing 2 lands, so this would be 17 lands. I think that's fine. I think we're good to go. Do I play Awakening in this deck? I can end up paying like 6 to get back like Dark Confidant, Midnight Reaper or something. We're already gonna be paying a lot of life for like Midnight Reaper, Dark Confidant, Bitter Blossom, Thoughtseize. I don't see a reason to play a shock land that hits us for 3. That seems pretty bad. So I think I'm just gonna keep it how it is. If we play against a green deck, we have 2 swords against them. So hopefully we play against mono green. We also have Massacre Worm to bring in. So mono green would be a super awesome matchup for us. I'm just gonna add the lands. All right, I'm gonna take a snippet of the deck, and then I will see you guys in round 1. All right, we're in round 1. I'm gonna tell our opponents to have fun. We win the die roll again, which is super cool. We win a lot of die rolls. If I draw a land, its hand is awesome because we've turned 1 Ancestral. Should I be greedy? Should I be greedy? I would need to draw. Oh no, I don't have turn 1 Ancestral. Yeah, I'm just gonna mulligan. I don't know about blue source. Otherwise, I would honestly keep it. I'm kind of crazy. We're gonna keep this hand. I think I want to keep a land. Because Dark Confidant plus Baleful Strike should be really good. I think I'm gonna get rid of Skydiver only because we're going first. We're gonna play an Island and pass the turn. And next turn we'll probably Dark Confidant, and then the turn after that we're Baleful Strix, and hopefully the turn after that we get to Fallen Shinobi. That is the sequence we're looking for here. See what they do. Oh, I still have a stop from playing opposition. Should get rid of this. Stop. Or not like stop there. We're gonna play Swamp and Dark Confidant and pass the turn. I'm gonna play Mr. Bob. They do Brainstorm, which makes me think they're trying to look for a way to kill Bob. Maybe. They're playing top, which is interesting. He's probably playing a combo deck, if I had to guess. You will yield to Dark Confidant. Get a Sapphire. Honestly, I think I'm just going to Fallen Shinobi this turn. I do miss out on a Dark Confidant trigger, but I think that's okay. Getting Shinobi and play a turn earlier seems awesome. We take 5, we get to see some of their deck too. Ooh, we get High Tide and Treachery. We go to our second main phase. Yeah, we just won the game. So we know they're playing High Tide Storm. We could cast Treachery for free on our own creature, untap 3 of our lands, replay Dark Confidant, and then that should just be the game. So we know that they are playing Storm because we see High Tide. That really you're only going to play that in a Storm deck. And we know they have Treachery in their deck, so that's important to know. That makes me not want to have Sower of Temptation in the deck. I don't think they're going to have very many creatures at all if they do have creatures. That also makes me not like Reanimate as much. I think that makes me like Rotting Regisaur. It puts just like a huge clock on them. We do have to nuke our hand, which is unfortunate, but it's just going to be really stressful for them. And then I think maybe I bring in a sword. Can this scroll? There we go. This attacks their hand and functionally costs less mana because it untaps our lands. But Sword of Body and Mind can like mill their win con, but they probably have ways to like reshuffle, I'm assuming. This also gives pro blue. We did see black and green though. I think I'm going to bring in Sword of Feast and Famine, and then I think we're just going to run out like that. We will keep this hand. We have a turn 2 play, and then we have Thief on turn 3, so we are putting them under some pressure. Thoughtseize would be awesome. Ooh, I do like Rotting Regisaur, especially with Jason play. We can flip it pretty easily. I'm going to pass. We're going to play... I think I like Dark Confidant better, because then we can just play Rotting Regisaur. And then discarding a card every turn won't actually be that bad. It's a lot of pressure on them really fast. Gonna yield to Bob. Ooh. That's really good. I think I'm definitely playing a land. I could Thoughtseize and then Jace, but I don't think they're gonna go off next turn, and I think I'd rather have Regisaur in play, because that makes it a 2-turn clock. Which I definitely like. They chart a course, which is fine. They discard a Mind's Desire. Play Swamp. They did not have a kill spell. We're going to do Dark Confidant's ability first, reveal land, then we're going to discard. I'm going to discard Jace. I don't think we're going to be casting him. This game is too slow. We're going to Thoughtseize before we attack to see what's going on. Here we see... so they can Treachery us next turn. Otherwise, they get to resolve a bargain. That's kind of hard. Could also take Brain Freeze. So they can bargain next turn, but they're only going to have 1 mana. So they would need like Mox or something. Because if I take Treachery, they're dead next turn. But I could also just take like Yawgmoth's Bargain, and then they're still in a ton of danger, and then they're discarding every turn. That buys them like 3 more turns probably though, which I'm not in love with. I think I'm just gonna take Treachery, and if they can kill us, they can kill us. They need some sort of fast mana in order to be able to kill us, so I think I'll just say do your worst opponent. And then we either want to play Thief or Midnight Reaper. Midnight Reaper is more damage, but it's less evasive. I think I'm just going to play Thief and then pass the turn. We'll see if they got us. If they draw like Black Lotus off the top, then they got us. I'm going to regret not taking Yawgmoth's Bargain, but this just means they're dead on board next turn, so they have to win right now. I forget if that was in their hands, so they are going for it. We don't have any interaction, so we're just going to F6. They do cast Bargain, but they have no mana. So they do have Petal, so they have 1. Looks like they might have drawn something interesting. Gosh. They do have a ton of cards in their hand. If they have like Black Lotus, they don't have any islands in play though, so I think we got it. Wow. Alright, we got it. Tell our opponent GG's. The Rotting Regisaur sideboard tech was huge. I mean, that made them dead on board on turn 5. which is a ton of pressure to be under. Storm usually just wants to like draw, play land, draw, play land, draw, play land. They want to go late as much as possible because the longer you wait, the more consistent the combo is going to be. And they had to gush their islands away, so they couldn't high tide. It was just like messy as far as like what they could do. And we had the Thoughtseize, which is nice. But see you guys in round two. All right, we're in round two. We'll tell our opponents to have fun, and we won another die roll. This is like 6 in a row, I think. I'm very blessed. This hand's fine. We have turn 2 Jace, and then we can like mind twist them for 2 if we want. Do whatever. We're gonna lead on Swamp and pass the turn. I like their icon. Yargle is very cute. I'm a big fan. It looks like they're playing. All right, they are playing green, which is I think a good matchup for us. So we'll see what we can do. I think I'm going to play Jace. I want to smooth out our draws a little bit. Get some value off of recasting Mind Twist, maybe. So here we can just bounce Tireless Tracker. I think that's what we're doing. We're going to draw with Jace. Discard another land. Petty Theft, bounce it back to their hand, and then pass the turn. Then we can bounce it again with Jason next turn, although they will get a land. They will get a clue, which is fine. Play Savannah first. Solemn is fine. I can mind twist them for 3 here. Let's draw and see what's going on. We are going to discard Signet. I think I like mind twisting them now. This eats up 3 cards, and then we can Sower. If we don't discard their Tyler Tracker, we can just take it. I'm afraid they're just gonna have something that like costs 6 mana that's gonna win them the game, and I think mind twisting them here gives us the best chance of negating that. Ooh, we got rid of Natural Order. That's awesome. That card is stressful. So they do have Natural Order Terastodon in their deck. They did keep Tireless Tracker, so they're probably gonna play it here if I had to guess. Yeah. And they play land, I assume. They are playing. They're probably playing Omnath. They're playing like 5-color green. They didn't shock. So we do take 3, unfortunately, but that's okay. We're going to draw off Jace, see what's going on. I would like to hit a land. We did not hit a land. I think I'm going to discard Chart a Course, and we're going to Sower of Temptation their Tireless Tracker. Then we're going to pass the turn. We don't want to leave them with Tireless Tracker in play because it's just going to turn all their lands into card draw. I think that's better than just like Jace minusing, because then it's still in danger from Solemn with Exalted. Honestly, if they attack with Solemn, I might just trade Tireless Tracker. Ooh, what is this? Hopefully something we can just bounce with Cloudskate. That'd be cool. Ballista X3 lets them shoot down Sower of Temptation, which I don't love. Can't stop it though, so that's okay. We take 3 again, which is not my favorite. We got Reanimate back, so we can Reanimate Cloudskate. We're gonna draw. This needs how many cards in graveyard? 7, I think. Oh, 5 or more. Okay, so this will flip this turn. Okay, we're just gonna draw and discard. We're gonna discard Cloudscape, maybe. Oh, I could reanimate their Terastodon. That seems really good. I do take 8, though, in the process. I think that's fine. Discard Cloudscape. We can go land. Do you want a plus? Is there a sorcery card from your graveyard? I don't think I can mind twist them for 1. Plus Baleful Strix. I think I like that. Gonna play Baleful Strix, draw a card. See what we get. We're gonna play Swamp. We're going to minus to get Mind Twist back, snipe the last card of their hand, then play Reanimate. You take a ton of damage doing this, but I think getting a Terrastodon in play seems pretty good. We got Galen as their last card, which is awesome. We're going to Reanimate Terrastodon. We're going to blow up 2 of our lands. And then I think one of theirs. Yeah. I'm not sure which one I want to kill, though. Probably just take them off blue. No, we can't take them off blue because of Noble. We're just going to take them off red. Then we will pass the turn. We are still in danger. They can ballista us out. Lands are good draws for them, and so is actions, so they kind of don't have any dead draws. Yeah. Land is a good draw for them. Just level up Ballista, which lets them kill Baleful Strix if they want. Can't really attack because we have Terrastodon tokens. You have the nasty Terrasti. So they have to trade 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have to trade a bunch for Terrastodon if they want to kill it. They'd have to pretty much trade Tireless Tracker for Terrastodon. So I think the play is attack with Terrastodon, and then we're going to click them during their upkeep. Regardless, I think I'm plussing now. We're going to plus on the elephant token, I think. And then I think we're just attacking with Terrastodon, maybe trust on Baleful Strix. They can just kill Baleful Strix. This is kind of hard, actually. So we attack them, I think, with just Terrastodon. See what they do. Block with Solemn, that makes sense. They could draw another card. We are just going to play our tap land and then click them during their draw step. Not their upkeep. Wrong one. I think they can keep Golos. That's fine. Does give them another clue, though. I think Golos is less scary than just like an actual threat, though. I think we're just going to leave them with Golos. They do get to draw a bunch of cards off Tireless Tracker now, though, which I'm not in love with. That puts it out of range for our Elephant token. They're probably going to kill Baleful Strix with Walking Ballista, if I had to guess. They might not attack with Tireless Tracker, though, because we could just block with both. No. Okay, they're killing Jace. That actually makes sense, too. Does that make sense? They don't crack a clue. They didn't play a land yet. They could play their land. Oh, maybe they did play land. I missed it. I don't know. Now I think we just Jace eat an elephant. Seems really, really good. And that puts like a ton of pressure on them. That's better than just bouncing tracker. So if we swing out, we're dead on board, so we can't do that. I think we're supposed to leave 2 elephants back because they can only kill 1. I have to leave back Baleful Strix. This is 12. Is the difference between 12 and 13 that much? That means if we attack with Baleful Strix, that means that Vendilion Click plus Creeping Tar Pit plus Baleful Strix is lethal next turn. So I think we do attack with Baleful Strix. I think what they do. Oh, they don't. Oh, what? I thought they were gonna chump with Terracodon, kill Baleful Strix. That's what I would have done if I were them. But maybe they have the win here. We will yield. And then we'll just let that one resolve. They are dead on board. They will probably... They have Ballista activation to save themselves, actually. I don't know what I'm talking about. They can just Ballista down our clicks and stuff. They do sack again. So I can put 1 counter on Ballista. I think they're still in danger. Because they don't have enough counters to kill an elephant, so they can't really attack with Tireless Tracker unless they want to lose it for 2 elephants, which I'm kind of fine with. They do not. All right. All right, we got there. I was very fortunate that Mind Twist hit Natural Order and the thing that we wanted to reanimate. Honestly, I don't think I'm supposed to be playing reanimate in this deck, but it worked that game, so whatever. I think our mono green matchup is awesome. Oh, we have a lot of like treachery effects and stuff like that. Also, like, we have 2 swords that give us pro whatever. We didn't see a lot of green like interaction spells though, but being able to make them discard and untap our land seems pretty good. I think it's better. I think Reanimate's not good. I don't know why I'm playing this in my deck, honestly, but it worked that game, so I guess I'm a genius. We didn't see a ton of mana dorks from them, so maybe I'm not playing Massacre Worm. I think I'm playing Massacre Worm and maybe taking out Thieving Skydiver. It is a 2/1 with flying though for 2 mana, which is a great rate. I think I'm gonna keep it how it is. If we see more mana dorks in this game, I definitely will bring it in. We only saw 1 mana dork that we could kill. It does kill Tireless Tracker with no counters on it, but Tireless Tracker is probably gonna have at least 1 counter on it. This hand is fine. We can turn 3 Jace. Need Thieving Skydiver, steal something. Get a land. We're gonna pass the turn. We do still have a draw stop from our click, so we got to get rid of that. They played Devoted Druid. Yeah, that makes me feel silly for not having Massacre Worm, but whatever. That would have been cool turn 1. I think I just have to play Signet and then pass the turn. If they just play like Tireless Tracker here, we can draw land and then steal it with Sower of Temptation. All right, we'll see what they do. Something that's 4 mana. Questing Beast is pretty good. We would love to see a land off the top. That would be our best draw. That is not a land off the top. I think I'm gonna chart a course. Huh. Our mana is actually pretty because of Signet eating one of our blue sources. This is actually pretty bad. Huh. We kind of need a land. I could also Midnight Reaper block. We get to draw an extra card that way. I think I'm just going to chart a course and use up our green mana. Hopefully we draw land. We drew a tap land, which is my favorite. I think we're discarding Midnight Reaper. We're going to be at a pretty big life deficit. So I don't see it being super good. Next turn, we're just going to Sower them. Take Questing Beast. And then if they somehow deal a Sower, we can hopefully get another land and then treachery it. So we have a lot of take your creatures. We do take 8 damage off Questing Beast, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Recruiter of the card. Oh, their deck is interesting. They're playing, there's like a toolbox aspect of it. We'll see what they get. That might influence what we take. They took noble. Makes sense. So we actually take 5. We will not block. Land makes me want to cast Treachery instead, because then I get to Treachery Jace, which seems really good. So I'm going to Treachery Questing Beast. Hopefully they don't have days. That would be weird. Undo. We're going to let this ability resolve. Now untap 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. And then we're going to cast Jace. Jace is going to 0, maybe find us a land so that we can Ancestral. Oh, that's awesome. We're going to put Jace Fallen Shinobi on top. Or Jace Thieving. Then we're going to Mox. These are our Mox to cast Ancestral. And then we'll attack them for 4 and pass the turn. Alright, I feel much better about where we are now. We don't know what's in their hand, but they also only have 5 mana, which is not that scary. We can Fallen Shinobi their Questing Beast back to their hand, but I don't think that's worth it. I think I'd rather do that like 2 turns from now. Beast Within. That is like the one card that is pretty good against us here. I'm assuming they just attack Jace. They attack us. Honestly, I might take it. I'm kind of crazy. Oh, wait, but it'll redirect to Jace, so yeah, that's how Questing Beast works. I forgot. I am gonna block. We can just steal it again with Sower of Temptation and hold up Counterspell. So we're still doing okay. They have Fast Bond, which is fine. I'm gonna yield to Ancestral. I think I'm just gonna 0 Jace. I like drawing an extra card every turn. That seems pretty good. So we want to cast a 4 mana spell and then hold up a 2 mana spell, so it doesn't super matter what we keep. We do want to keep a land though. 3, 4. 4 Sower of Temptation. Taking Questing Beast, and now we have a counter spell. Save this Questing Beast. We're drawing 2 cards a turn. We have a counter spell. I think we're gonna be just fine. We're just gonna counter Ballista. I don't want them killing Jace. I'd like to keep drawing cards. And they can kill Sower too, yeah. We're just gonna counterspell this. Alright, we got there. Whew, alright, double treachery effects got there. It wasn't enough to have treachery. We needed treachery and Sower of Temptation. That Questing Beast attacked. What, we attacked with it twice. They attacked with it twice. So it got to attack 4 times by turn 4. That's actually pretty funny. I'll see you guys in the next round. Alright, we are in the finals against our opponent. We'll tell them to have fun. This is the first Dairo we have not won in quite some time, so we'll see if I can do it on the draw. This hand's good. We have turn 1 Thoughtseize, and then we have Baleful Strix into Charter Course, so I'm gonna keep. Our opponent also keeps 7. We'll see what they're playing. Looks like they're playing a blue deck, so Thoughtseize is gonna be awesome. Just to see what's going on. Especially game 1, turn 1. That's gonna be really helpful. Going to Thoughtseize you. So it looks like they're playing Storm. Kitesail Freebooter is kind of annoying because they can take our Charter Course and block Baleful Strix. But Warren Power Stone gives them a bunch of mana. We could also take Turnabout. That kind of makes their crazy mana worse. I think I'm just going to take Kitesail. So they do get to Charter Course, but if they Kitesail and take our Charter Course, yeah, I'm just going to take Kitesail. We want to be able to attack with Baleful Strix. Maybe that's wrong. Probably was more correct to take Charter Course, but, you know, live and learn. So they played Swamp, they played Charter Course. We'll see what they discard. They discarded Wishclaw, so we know 3 of the cards in their hand. We're going to play Baleful Strix. We're trying to hit a land for the following turn. We hit a Grave Titan. Grave Titan is not a land. So ideally we draw a land, and then we can hold up a counterspell or something. That would be cool. So we know about 2 cards in their hand. We did draw land. I know I just said that I wanted to keep up a thing. I think what's going to be better, although this we can't cast off of Signet. Oh, that sucks. It would be cool if we could go Signet and then another spell, but we didn't draw another land. Or we didn't, our Signet doesn't tap for blue, rather, so we can't do that. So I might just cast Midnight Reaper. It puts more power in play. And then if we don't hit a land next turn, I think that's what we're doing. We're going to play Midnight Reaper. We want to give them as little amount of turns as possible. And the Midnight Reaper just has more power. So for their turnabout is mana neutral. We know about 2 cards in their hand. They're just mana, so they're missing like card draw if they want to storm off. Our opponent is thinking. We know about 2 cards in their hand, so they have like mana. Like I said, so they might have like a creature, Demonic Tutor. All right. So I'm assuming that means like we kind of need to keep up Counterspell next turn, because I'm assuming they're gonna get like a redraw or something. Honestly, if they make us throw this hand back, I know that's bad because they're playing Storm or whatever, but I wouldn't mind anyway. Right, they don't cast whatever they get. See if we can draw a land. Mind Twist for 2 could be good. I really wish we had a land, though. I think, okay, so I might be supposed to Mind Twist them for 2. There's a 50% chance that I take the card they just tutored for, which I'd imagine is pretty good. The other option is I could play Chart a Course, and if I hit a land, then I can cast Signet, or if it's a blue land, I can hold up Counterspell. What are the odds they kill me next turn? They just tutored. I think I am supposed to Mind Twist them. This removes some of their mana, too. This might be wrong, but it could turn out really awesome. Like, if I hit their draw 7 here, I'm going to feel great. If I don't, I'll feel bad. All right, we hit Time Spiral, so that's awesome. That's what they tutored for, most likely. They wanted to draw a new 7, and we don't because we have more cards in hand than them. So we know about 1 card left in their hand. We know they have Pyretic Ritual, plus 2 other cards. I'm assuming Time Spiral is what they tutored for, and now it's in their graveyard, which is awesome. 50% chance, and we won that coin flip. We didn't get to go first, but we did win that coin flip, which is awesome. Hopefully we draw land. I'm saying that every turn, but that is what I would like. Pyretic Ritual. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe Thousand Year Storm? Palancron? Okay, they just want a creature in play. I'm assuming that's what this reads to me as. How much does it cost to return Palancron? Is it 4? It is 4. Still no lands. We're gonna attack with Baleful Strix. They have to trade Palancron, or they have to pay to bounce Palancron, and either way we still get an attack, so we get to Chart a Course. They do take it. So we're gonna try and draw lands still. We did draw land. I think I like... Do I like holding up Counterspell? If I play land this turn... I don't think Counterspell is going to be what I need this turn. I think next turn I'm going to need Counterspell. So I think I play Signet now. Because playing Signet now lets me... Oh no, it doesn't let me hold up Jace. Well, I already played the Swamp, so... I actually don't have enough blue sources to play Jace plus Island next turn, but we could also just play Grave Titan. That puts a ton of pressure on them. Oh, now we can do both. That's awesome. Attack for one, see what they do. We're probably plus Jace. That way it doesn't die to Palancron. See if they block. If they block and bounce, that would be even better. We could just zero Jace. Okay, they take one. We're gonna play Island. We're gonna play Mox Sapphire. Can't do that. I need to do this because I need all my blue sources. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Jace. We're gonna plus Jace. That puts it up at 5, so Palancron can't just kill it in one turn, and we can still interact with like something that's going on. Cabal Ritual's fine. They already have like infinite mana, so we can just leave that there. We just want to counter like their draw 7. That's the only scary thing that they could do. Let's play draw 7. So I'm assuming they attack Jace. That makes sense. He takes 4. We knew what our opponent drew for the turn, and it's just more mana, so. Now I think we go land. We're going to attack regardless. I think we play Grave Titan and plus Jace. You will leave that right there. And then we could also just play Riftwing. That makes Jace live. Do we still have lethal if we do that? 5, 6? No, so I'm just going to play Grave Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Grave Titan. This means that, yeah, I think this means that we're just going to get it. This is a lot of damage in play. It means 7, 8. They go down to 1 next turn, but they have to attack Jace or we're just going to bounce their thing. They're drawing Island for turn. And we know that they have a ritual in hand. So there's only 2 cards we don't know about. And we can counter one of them. So I think we're going to be okay. They do have petals, so we know their hand is petal, land, and a ritual. So ritual's fine. We already know about that. Pretty much whatever this is, we'll just counter it. They're returning Palancron so that maybe they're trying to fix their mana to cast something. Probably should have attacked first. I don't see a reason to show them Counterspell. They might just be doing this to see if we have Counterspell, because it is kind of tempting to Counterspell them right there, but we're just going to counter whatever they play. Oh, wait, they could have... It's not showing Storm on the side. They could have Brain Freeze, and that's why they're doing that. Which I don't think we died at Brain Freeze. They don't have double black for Tendrils. Yeah, that might have been stupid. So we let the trigger resolve. They mill us for 12. Right? 3 times 4 is 12. So they do get to see a bunch of our deck, but they don't get to kill us. Which is smart from them. Right? Yeah, we're not dead, so I'm just gonna not show them Counterspell. Oh well, they do get some information about our deck, so they know what we're doing. We know what they're doing. So kind of on level playing field. I don't like what's it called? I'm not a huge fan of Sower of Temptation against them. We did see Palancron, but they could always just bounce Palancron. I don't like Treachery against them. I do like Sword of Body and Mind. I think I like sort of Feast and Famine. Again, they put a lot of pressure on our opponent. I don't think we're playing Reanimate either. Oh, we could play Running Regisaur. All right. I think we're doing this. Yeah, the other option is we could like ice down a land or something. Maybe we could win a game like that. But I think this is the deck we're playing. We're trying to go as fast as possible. So we have Rotting Regisaur, which is just a 3-mana 7/6, and then we have 2 swords that can win the game pretty fast. Or I mean, the Sword of Body and Mind can win the game pretty fast, and then Sword of Feast and Famine makes them discard, which is their hand is pretty important. They need their hand. So we need to win one more game to bring home the trophy. So we're gonna try hard, so we can feed the children. They can finally eat. Opponent is side. This hand has no lands, so we are not going to keep it. I would need to go like land off the top, and then I would be okay. I wouldn't even be in a good position. We're gonna mull. Do you need lands to cast your spells? This hand is much better. We're gonna put back, I think, an island. We already have double blue, and we're gonna draw off Baleful Strix. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. We didn't see any artifacts from them, but we could end up like taking a petal maybe if they play it out for some reason, which they probably won't. So maybe I was supposed to keep a land, but whatever. We'll play a top land, pass the turn. We could also see maybe we're supposed to play Thieving Skydiver because it's more damage faster. It is a 2/1 with flying as opposed to being a 1/1 with flying, but I think that extra card makes Baleful Strix better. Their turn 2, we will draw. Oh, that's the wrong color. Black blue for Baleful Strix. We get to draw a card. And then we will pass the turn. I think next turn we go Sword. We didn't see any removal from them at all. And that gives us like the most damage faster. It does make our turn 3 a little bit slower, but we're not. If we get up to 5 mana, then we can just pay equip. Make some discard a card too. That could be relevant. I think that's better than just hitting them with Thief. Although, if they play an artifact, if they play like Signet or something, maybe I change what I'm doing. Okay, that's fine. Nothing so far. I wonder if they can kill us from here. That'd be funny. What are they debating? Mana Flare. Ooh, interesting. We actually don't have a way to kill Mana Flare, so they might just kill us next turn. Sword of Feast and Famine is really good now. So you get to play Island. We get to tap 3 for Sword of Feast and Famine. We get to equip Sword of Feast and Famine. Take some discard, and we get to play Jace and Thieving Skydiver. So honestly, that play from them actually is pretty good. We don't. If we just had like a way to bounce Mana Flare, then they would be in danger. They do get to discard here. We get to go to our second main. I think I'm going to play Jace because I want to be able to interact with the card they're going to draw. That's really the only interaction I have. Although I could zero. That gives us... We could find... What's it called? What else is in our deck? We didn't cast Thoughtseize yet. So we could hit Thoughtseize, Counterspell, or Brazen Borrower. Yeah, I think I'm going to zero because we get to look at 3 cards by doing that. If we hit any of those cards, I'm going to be glad that we zeroed. And we do get Counterspell, which is awesome. We're going to put Swamp Island on top, and then we're going to hold up Counterspell and pass the turn. Okay, I'm glad I zeroed on Jace. Usually what you want to do with Counterspell is you want to counter their draw 7. Don't necessarily want to counter their mana. So if this is like Time Spiral, we're just going to counter. Which it looks like... Oh, it's Memory Jar? Yeah, we're just going to counter that. We don't want them to draw 7 more cards. This is when they just Time Twister and then I look silly. Wish Clause Talisman means that next turn they can Time Spiral, which is pretty bad. Oh, we might just lose the game. Oh, we can take it with Wish Claw. Oh, that's brutal. We can take it with Wish Claw. Wow. Or we can take it with Thieving Skydiver. That's awesome. Wow. Really glad I didn't play Thieving Skydiver on turn two. So we can cast this. We have to cast for 4. Yes, it doesn't matter. We can dump our hand regardless. We're going to plus on Jace. Because we already have enough to play. And since we get to take their Skydiver, we're going to put that on the bottom. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. Then we're going to play... it might be correct to attack for 3 here. So I could play Swamp, Thief, Animate, and then go Thieving Skydiver turn 2. I think I like that better. Yeah, that works. Wow, Sword of Feast and Famine has been really good this game. This makes them discard and we get to take their Wish Claw. This is brutal. So even if they kept Wish Claw untapped, you can only activate it as a sorcery, which is why they didn't do it that turn. They didn't want us to tutor for a way to get rid of it, but we thankfully already had a way to get rid of it in our hand. We need to cast this for 4. Yeah. And steal their Wish Claw, and they could still top deck Time Spiral and we could still lose, but they need to top deck Time Spiral or we just win. Because we took their tutor and put it to the bottom, so we know they're not drawing that. We're gonna tap like not an idiot and play Jace. All right, opponent. Let's see if you draw Time Spiral. If you draw Time Spiral, you got it. They play a land. Is that Time Spiral? I'm gonna be pissed. Don't think it's Time Spiral. Maybe. Come on. All right, so even though we jaced them and took away their what's it called? Their tutor that they were gonna use to get Time Spiral, they just top deck Time Spiral. And us playing out Jace might have been wrong. Now we don't have double blue to keep up Tar Pit, or this would be really good. We could Brazen Borrower. So maybe I don't think I was supposed to play Jace there in case they did draw Time Spiral. Jace doesn't really contribute to our clock or anything. Yeah, that was silly. We'll see if they can kill us. They only get 7 cards. Okay, we got there. Oh, all right. This is our second trophy in the series, and both times, the first time we were playing a Sultai good stuff deck, this time we're just playing a black-blue good stuff deck. So it seems like the key for me to trophy is to just play blue-black and play all the good blue-black cards. We got really lucky in match 2 with that reanimate just kind of randomly being really good. So I think we played well. I think not keeping up blue there was a mistake, but I had fun. I think it's more fun to play blue black as just like a blue black good stuff deck and not try to play like reanimator and stuff. It's more stressful. I like playing the consistent decks more. Like I hate playing Storm because like sometimes like you get exactly what you need, right? They had Mana Flare in play and they resolved a Time Spiral, but they might have just drawn like 7 lands, and I don't like that. That makes me sad. If you guys like Vintage Cube, subscribe. Once Vintage Cube ends this season, I'm not going to upload any more videos of anything until Vintage Cube comes back. So if you're like me, I really only watch Vintage Cube videos. That's the only content I watch on YouTube. So if that's you too, feel free to subscribe. I'm not going to flood your inbox. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Hopefully we can trophy again next round, but we'll have to find out. I'll see you guys then.